Okay. So last time you seen us do the suspension, and now we're getting everything else all in line here. So finally got a shop that I can finally use, thanks to a buddy that's letting me use his. So I got the fuel cells kind of a little in place, but I'm kind of worrying about that later. But I got this front end apart, kind of. So I finally got the right spindles. Now that everything is all buttoned up, now I'm just in the process of taking the headers off. Got this one off and working on this one at the moment. Yeah, gotta get the headers changed because, as you can see, that's a no bueno when you're about 4 inches of clearance. So got the new Hedman headers here, some nice shorty guys. Yeah, there's the old spindles. So we got quite a bit to go on this. Mainly just the last little bit stuff done before drive and start up. Well, start up first and then hopefully drives not too long after that. So let's get at her. So I'm getting quite a bit done here. All the steering's buttoned up, brakes are bled. So I wanted to just, so factory, I got a oil cooler, which I can't really get the lines for, which are leaking, so I don't know why I can't find them, as they're just a simple line, but oh well, whatever. So I gotta get a adapter so I can run my regular fitting. I got my headers on. And unfortunately, because well, actually I don't think it's because I slid my motor as far back as I can, I had to actually bash in a little bit of my header in here just to clear the frame. I'll just watch all my spark plug wires drag across. Got this wheel well back in since I'm done on this side. This wheel's ready to go back on, but I'm waiting until I do the oil filter, which part should be in tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, got my power steering cooler mounted. I got trans cooler done here, just the lines. I used my AC condenser. And I wanted to do my rad relocate to the rear, but unfortunately I do not have any room between those headers and the frame and the cab, so there's no way. So eventually when I take the AC box off, because well, I don't have air conditioning anymore, I'll have to run a solid steel pipe through this when I make a plate to block this off. When that comes off, so that'll be eventual. So I have this wheel well still out because I'm got the new Quick Fuel 750 double pumper brawler carburetor on. Should hopefully help my issues of when I was going around the track. As I was throwing the truck side to side, I could actually hear the each bank going lean and rich as the fuel was sloshing inside the carb side to side because it uses a U-shape bowl. So left and right bank share, double pumpers don't share. Problem solved. Should be a lot better. So now I just got my dipstick tube back in and just figuring out my fuel system. Yeah, that dirty power fuel pump is going to be nice and shiny soon. So I got all my stuff laid out here. So I kind of got my fittings where I think they will go, and I got a bunch of my fuel pump right there for mechanical, because I'm going to have my main tank feed into this surge tank just because of the fact of drifting, or even just courses in general, the side to side sloshing. I just want zero chance, or as minimal chance, of air getting in the system and into my carburetor, because that would be bad. So now just gotta get a few of the parts I need here, and now I'm gonna hang up the exhaust and see what I need to do to figure out to connect those short tube headers to these this exhaust that had long tubes on. But the nice thing is nothing hanging below the frame, so that'll be so much better. Yeah, I still gotta get my rear end situated a little bit, so yeah. Time to get the work done. So we've got a lot accomplished here recently. Engine bay is finally looking nice. Got all the hoses, as you've seen. Got my carb all up in there. I'll have to trim that because it's a little taller than the hood, so I'll have to clear that. But this wheel well's back in, the headers are both in. I actually had to get a little stubby spark plug, which is only a 1/4 inch difference, and then I had to buy a whole new set of plug wires just to get, I'm not going to pull that off, it's quite on there, but I had to buy a whole new set of plug wires just to fit that plug wire onto that plug. Yeah, so, and with this 2x4 here and the ratchet strap, that is actually holding up the back of my motor, because I took the tranny out because I was going to change the filter and change the front main seal. But yeah, as you can see, there's no tranny. But turns out that putting in a manual valve body yourself is a little over your head when you never touch a tranny. So we've been working on back here mounting up the fuel cells and fuel pump. Got this bracket made here, so my fuel pump will just pop right into here, and then here's the opening for my fittings for my main tank to come out, and then my small little 1 gallon is just gonna fit right up in there. Gonna have to paint it yet, but that's at least done. I can mount that fuel cells when I get the right bolts and fuel and paint, sorry. Can finally bolt that up, wire in the electric fuel pump, finish all those fuel lines, and should be almost ready to fire at that point. Just want to wait till I have my transmission in, and then I got U-joints coming for the single piece drive shaft. So since I test fit my yoke while the transmission was out, so just gotta wait for the tranny to get out of the shop and wait for that, because that'll be awesome. Well, been getting a little bit more done on her truck. Just got the front tires on just for a little bit there, but we got the fuel cells and fuel pump all bolted up and brackets all painted and all my fuel lines. Yeah, just ignore those hose clamps. And yeah, she's forgot my inline fuse, so I'll have to go and get another one, but that'll be a different day because the stuff is everywhere's closed right now. But yeah, I just got the wires, and now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna run those. I'm gonna have to get a little grommet of some sort, but yeah, she's all mounted and done, and I just finished bolting all the line to the frame all the way up front so it's not dangling, because this aluminum 1/2 inch line is pretty soft and I don't want it vibrating around because it might spring a leak very quickly. But got the vent all nice and mounted up there. For a vent, you really don't need a whole heck of a lot, just just a nice long string of coil, and it'll be fine. So now I still have to get a fuel gauge. The 0 to 90 ohm, I believe, is what this tank uses. So I'll have to get one of those and run that wire up into the cab and stuff like that. But mainly just piddle away at little stuff while I wait for the transmission to be done, and should be pretty close once the tranny's in, because I'll have the U-joints in the drive shaft by then, hopefully, depending on how long they take to get here. And then I still have to get my exhaust figured out, but unfortunately where I put my little jack stand, it's kinda where the exhaust used to go, so I'll have to figure something out there, but that's a different day's problem. But yeah, slowly coming together. So here we are. Work is letting me use the hoist here, so but right now I do have a sway bar finally. Now you guys probably didn't get to see that, but I put that on. And then I had to get my transmission rebuilt, actually, so it's kind of clean and nice, and then I had to get a drive shaft made, which is just sitting over there waiting till I clean out all the tranny lines and blow them out and everything. But getting there. Right now I'm going to be taking off the wheel and taking off my coilover so that I can install these little bearings so that's easier on the aluminum for adjusting, because with 850 inch-pound springs, that's pretty tight on there, so kind of have to be careful with adjusting it, but not anymore with these. And then I gotta upgrade my oil pressure tubing from that plastic to this copper, just so I don't have chances of blowing a oil line and spraying oil and catching fire. So nothing left to it, just to do it. So finally got everything done, got the alignment done, got the exhaust, it now sticks out. Went to 2.5 inch exhaust and just put some nice mufflers with some 4-inch tips or 5.5 inch tips, whatever size they are, I don't remember. But fuel system all works. On fuel pump number 2, the one gave out on me on the way back from the alignment yesterday, but got some wiring to do on the taillights. Had to kind of raise it up a bit because of the way the bump stop was a little closer to the diff than the shock was to bottoming out, so it kind of raised it up a bit. And same in the front, just so that I don't rip out my fender at full lock throwing into a corner. So raise it up a bit to help with that. But fire up. Yeah, I just finished putting in the hook number 2. Not too loud, not too quiet. Yeah, now it's time to tune the carburetor and